Yo, 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 yo. It's your
What's
boy
cool?
GDQ.
It's your boy, Real Walter Ford.
It's your boy Mac2301. It's the Activated Podcast. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Woo!
Busy may be hopping in while we're talking, but I'm not sure. But either way, we back.
We
Word.
back. I done went and took a 2-week hiatus. My bad. Duty called.
Right. Anywho, how's everybody this morning?
But I'm good, bro. Super jiggy.
I'm fine.
Happy Easter.
I've been waiting for this package. It's supposed to be a new camera, but they be effing around. They sent it to the wrong address because it had the wrong zip code. And then I called and they were trying to get the address changed, and then the package is in LA and they've been sitting on it. And I called and they said, well, it's here for further inspection. So I've been waiting on a package for like 2 weeks, and I'm about to flip my lid, bro. I'm about to go nuts on UPS, bro. Send me
I've
the
heard of the
goddamn
inspection of a
package.
camera.
I'm like, I have no idea why my package is sitting there for the last 3 days in LA. Okay. It's been there 3 days. It was supposed to be at my doorstep on Tuesday. And then it's been in LA. It finally updated and said it's just been sitting there in LA. And I've called like hella times. Oh, well, we got to get a case number because it's been sitting here for extra inspections. Why are
You really
you
pressed about this camera, bro.
It's yeah.
just
You
a
probably ain't
personal
gonna get
story?
a update until tomorrow for real.
Welcome to coronavirus delivery, nigga. Well,
Bro, I've been checking the tracking like at
It's
least
the week. It's the
1,000
weekend
times.
though.
No, I know,
it's
not
Easter.
anymore. I know. Well, it's with UPS. So yesterday was fine. Today's not because it's Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, happy Easter again. Everybody else.
Yeah. But yeah, though. So what we getting into today? What we activating on?
Here, okay, so we put this thread out on Twitter. I've been waiting to finally get all the stuff, but I'm gonna just run through it. So San Diego Police Department raided an activist's house on March 23rd, which was like 2 weeks ago, for what he said on social media and at local protests, and falsely claimed he was part of Antifa. They sent him to a psychiatric hospital for an evaluation and served a gun violence restraining order. So on the gun violence restraining order, they put reasons why. And so that when they searched his home, they gave him this, or he got it recently. So, and some of it is redacted, so I'm only going to read the stuff that's not. Respondent has participated in political protests and has used a megaphone to voice frustration regarding law enforcement. Recently, respondent posted on social media that the only way law enforcement will learn is when the 1199 occurs, which is police code for officer down, and posted another video, it's spelled a mother. I swear to you, it's a typo. It says a mother video while he was at the border expressing disgust for law enforcement and government. Respondent has been at numerous First Amendment protests related to group known as Antifa, using a megaphone to convey his frustration with law enforcement regarding police activity, stating, the only way these pig emoji is going to learn the fucking hard way, effing pigs, pig emoji, attention, because the last time it happened in LA riots during Rodney King beating by the pigs, and the whole entire LAPD and SD put a green light on all pigs, and he was getting their asses fucked up that day, shanked, even smoked. They knew people weren't playing around. That's the only way. On 3/17/21, respondent posted a video down near the border while inside his work, expressing his disgust for the pigs, in quotes, while showing videos of Border Patrol agents stating calmly, I'm stressing out right now, mental effing trauma and how much stress that I'm in right now. Then screaming manically, F this damn effing government. On 3/17/21, law enforcement tried to contact respondent for a PERT evaluation based on his recent post, but he was not home. Based on the content of the attached
So
reports,
they tried to run into this house before.
yeah. Oh, right here, yeah. He, I forgot to say the part that he used a megaphone to convey his frustration with law enforcement by saying "fuck the police, all cops are bastards." So they included him saying "f the police, all cops are bastards" at a protest.
What? And that's why you can't have a gun. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, and so they sent him to a psych hospital, and then he got evaluated. They let him go like like quickly. You know what I mean? He
Obviously.
wasn't held, which is not. It's that means that the doctors didn't think they were a harm to himself or others, which is big. Um, and so like a few days later, there was a couple who got their homes raided, and then I'm going to read it real quick. So recently, 2 local activists have had to endure a brutal raid and kidnapping by police meant to intimidate and suppress them for no other reason besides political persecution. Many of the items taken from them, such as all of their cameras, have no way to serve an ongoing investigation. They were clearly taken just to suppress their journalistic and photography work, which they used to document police brutality and hold police accountable. Detectives also seized their legal firearm and photographed political literature and signs saying things as simple as "racists go home." Detectives stole personal effects to punish the activists for daring to oppose fascist police. Police detained said activists for 8 hours. Throughout the time, they were not allowed to make phone calls, were not given food, and were not given any answers as to what was happening. SDPD failed to give one of the activists documentations of their detainment, strengthening the case that the individuals were kidnapped by SDPD. The detectives also refused to show them the warrant as it was a sealed warrant. However, providing a redacted warrant is well within their capability, and SDPD still refused to provide a redacted version to one of the individuals. One of the first person was released. SDPD kept their car keys and left them stranded in a 7-Eleven parking lot while it rained. After finally walking home, they found their homes ransacked with items displaced everywhere. SDPD took all of their anarchist, mutual aid, anti-racism related books and magazines and displayed them all together next to protest signs in order to send a message that this is occurring because of activist political beliefs. So yeah,
I didn't know
that
all the
was that
rest of
one.
the details. Damn, they left him at a 7-Eleven?
Yeah, and 2 months before that, people had gotten their house raided, and one of them it happened twice, and one of them got arrested. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're raiding people's houses and you know doing it under sealed warrants, which usually means that they're looking to raid more people. Um, so it's all bad,
Just cause.
just
Just cause they like,
because of
oh,
political stuff. Because it's
yeah.
all political.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at what time does it not be political and then it becomes like uh abuse of power? I don't even know. Like I'm trying to think of a better word than that.
Well,
It's crazy because like
they're trying to be like they're all violent Antifa anarchists. That's what they're trying to like
yeah, yeah, I know that.
say and do.
And Antifa, first off, don't exist. So I want to make sure I put that out there again. Antifa don't exist. Your black friends don't know shit about Antifa. And the only time they do is if they got an auntie named Ifa. That's the only Antifa we know.
The Antifa they think of does not exist, correct?
Yeah.
They think Antifa is some national group of splinter
Anarchist.
cells, anarchists ready to just
Yeah.
break windows and go crazy and do.
They think
And
that there's a giant group of those small opportunists from the riot.
and I and I think that they
Unrest
don't even think they really
and
exist. I think they
protest.
just know that they gotta make it up.
Well, no, what it does is it names something, and then it's categorized now.
And you can
You know
put
what I mean?
people in that label.
You could
Anybody.
say anyone on the radical left is Antifa, which is what they've been doing, which
And
shows in court documents now and things like that. They said he was a part of a group known as Antifa.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Which is for all of it to be happening is just like other countries when people freak out. it's like Russia and they're jailing their political opponents and doing and attacking people, and you can't have speech there, you can't think different.
And it's happening right around the corner.
By San Diego Police Department.
Yeah, I know, and it's crazy. It's like it's crazy. It's on that level too. You know what I'm saying? Because like you just said, people are mad, and it's like a national or government level or something. And this is like a city, and this is San Diego, and you know that it's happening in way more places than San Diego. You see, was it Florida? They passed a law to where if you run over people during a protest, you don't get in trouble.
Yeah, if you have to be in fear of your life, which is that clearly allows you to do.
Which is clearly a racist statement in general. I'm fearing for my life, or it can be used as a racist statement. Excuse me. It's black people walking in a group. I'm fearing for my life.
Well, they think that their protests or whatever won't happen or something, you know what I mean? And we obviously know that's not true. When you get all those white supremacists all together in a group, they're hella violent.
Oh yeah.
They think that they're not gonna do that to someone and not get prosecuted for that law, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't. It's the same state that has the stand your ground law, where you basically can shoot first and then ask questions later.
That's only if you're not black though, because this one dude shot a dude in his house and then he went to jail. And it was like, how the fuck he didn't stand his ground? And
there's been more anti-protest related laws than fixing the police problem.
Oh, it's the backlash, man. All of this, it's crazy how all this crazy little political stuff has like, it's all reactions to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you gonna do this? I'm gonna do this. Oh, you gonna make this a law? Oh, you gonna vote for these people? I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make this law, or I'm gonna do this. Like, it's so crazy. Like you said earlier, bro, it's like a game. It's like a chess move.
It's what they did in the 60s. I mean, they have to mobilize to crush anything that is not pro corporate or pro, you know what I mean? That it actually goes against the power structure. Yeah. They will crush it, and they will do whatever they can. And that's why it's a mix of organic and not organic stuff, you know what I mean? It's the media war stuff where they put out, you know what I mean? What was it? Seattle defunded their police and crime is up 500%. You've seen those recent headlines, you know what I mean? And so and you find out, well, they never actually defunded the police at all or something, you know?
Exactly. Or if they did, they just took away they like extra coffee in the morning or something. You know what I'm saying? Like they did. Well, they took away their Christmas bonus or something.
I don't see all those Kyle bots anymore. You know what I mean? Where's the Kyle bots at? You remember Kyle Rittenhouse? And the few days after that was nuts, bro. Some of the things I heard and read was not okay.
I mean,
they're just right next to the Trump bots. They all
see
you later.
They weren't no worse than the Trump bots that we had.
Yeah. And the George Floyd bots.
Yeah, and now Biden's got his own bots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had to. They thought it was gonna go one way. How you fight fire, nigga? With fire.
Come on, now it's the president.
I know he got that bot army running, bro. It's either that or Blue MAGA is real, bro. I'm telling you.
Which that is.
Well, elaborate Blue MAGA. What you mean by that?
Bro, Blue MAGA is like the MAGA, but it's for Democrats and it's for Joe Biden. So Blue MAGA as in Joe Biden is the best president ever and he can do no wrong. Thank you, Joe Biden. Like, you know what I mean?
Talking about people that are just obsessed with that nigga and shit.
Yeah. And even though like
it's not as bad as Trump.
They called it kids in cages when Trump was in office, and now they call it, migrant detention facilities or overflow facilities. And then those are the people that are like,
they give it technical terms.
And those are the exact people. Well, it's not as
Yeah.
bad. It's
Well, it's
not as
different
bad.
because Trump was like, "Fuck them kids," and then Joe Biden like, like we're have to figure it out, but he not doing shit. It's just yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
Well, and
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Because
Trump
Trump was
was
like, "Fuck
bad,
them
but
kids," and then yeah,
I didn't see any of those pictures like that for a long time. And so, I mean, they're like, oh, well, the Republicans didn't care before. Like, I really don't care when they care. Like, you can use
yeah.
them it against them. Like,
I
okay,
don't
they
know fuck
cared
about.
before, they care now. Like, that doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with it.
That has nothing to do with these kids sleeping on the floor on
Right,
these aluminum
right.
foil
Looking
covers.
malnourished, freaking being we already know about all the abuses with ICE, bro. The abuses from ICE are nuts, bro. And Core Civic, because Core Civic is the people who run the prisons, and they contract it for ICE, right? ICE pays Core
Private,
Civic to
private,
run them,
privately, yeah.
but ICE is the police there. You know what I mean? ICE will shut down like protests, like we saw with the Arizona one that we had posted on Instagram in Arizona.
We saw Ice G. Remember that time when it was a whole bunch of standing in like against the
Or in
wall?
Mesa.
No,
No, in Santee,
downtown. Oh,
no,
they was in
was
Santee too.
ICE? No, I don't think
I'm
Border
pretty sure.
Patrol was at George Floyd the
Okay,
first one.
Border Patrol. I guess my bad. You right. It's Border Patrol. My bad. It went Ice. You right. You right.
But
You right. It was Border Patrol.
I mean, the hysterectomy stuff, bro, like it's
Yeah,
bad,
with
bro. It's
the
real bad.
females.
It's
Yeah.
really bad. And it's something like Joe Biden has deported more Haitians than Trump did in his whole 4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Like he's deporting Haitians at a ridiculous rate, even more than like other countries. And Haiti has a problem right now, hella bad. Haiti's like in political unrest also right now. I mean,
Because I mean supposedly
because of a
the
US
dude
back.
in power is placed by the US,
Of
right?
course, of
Yes.
course. We've been playing with Haiti.
Yeah, so they're not getting down with that at all.
And I mean, it's a anti-US saying like, we want you out. Like,
Yeah.
we want you to have nothing to do with our country. And
Yeah,
Mind your
no.
business.
Yeah.
And mind your business.
Same shit they did to France.
You said what?
Said same shit they did to France. Get the fuck out. But
yeah, I didn't know that. At one point, Haiti was like one of the richest countries in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They supplied like most of the world's like agriculture for a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Spices, which is
then,
wild.
just
They were and it was like, yeah, it was wild. I didn't know that.
yeah, man. All these countries getting what is it? What's the word? Pilfered. getting robbed of their resources.
Pillaged.
Pillaged. Yeah. Yeah, all of the above. Yeah, man, it's really unfortunate.
Same shit.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, like, that these powers that be take it upon themselves to, what I'm saying, like, affect, like, human lives in this way for shit that's really come down to, like, money, you know what I'm saying, and, like, power, I guess, for lack of better words.
Right.
I mean, it's no different, bro. It's no different.
Mm-hmm.
It's been going on.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. That's what I mean is blue MAGA is when it's Trump, it's but when it's Joe Biden, it's like, oh
yeah. The only thing blue MAGA just
you.
not saying I'm trying to kill you and fuck niggas and shit. But
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only difference. You just take out that part.
But yeah, you know what? The crazy thing is that they'll be like, well, this is who you wanted. You guys wanted Biden. This is who you voted for. And it's just like, no, let's get something straight. It's still fuck Biden too. Like, we didn't want him either. Like,
most niggas wanted Bernie.
And I
Bernie
mean,
it'll be a wrap.
he hasn't been doing like that bad, like for real. Like I'm saying
In the grand scheme of things.
he hasn't been doing like terrible, but when the times called for drastic changes and actual, you know what I mean, huge changes
Influence.
in but I just don't see it. I see the same like thing that made everybody mad for a long time, which is corporations
Same
and
thing as the
effing
other
around and
presidents.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Same thing as the same thing as the other. Yeah.
This ain't nothing new. It's the same chapter.
Hmm.
Or same shit, different chapter.
Older chapter. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's not the worst, but I do think that's, I mean, part of the reason why we're here is because it's the same shit over and over. So, like, we're going to see them actually do work. And so it's going to be different compared to people are just happy this fool's actually doing something because before, you know, that they were definitely doing them shady deals. And I
Oh
know
yeah.
Biden does the shady deals. I know he does, but it's like professional is what I call it. I call it the professional criminals. Okay. Like they're, you know, the actual suit and tie criminals, and
Yeah. The biggest
Trump is the
You're not
mafia.
gonna
You
see
feel
it.
me?
Yeah. He said Trump the mafia.
So I don't know which one you want. I don't know which one you want. You want
Yeah.
the mafia who's telling you, you know, they're screwing you and playing all the games, or I mean, but it's bad. It was bad, and the last 4 years were horrible. So with that fool.
Hey,
That's why everybody he fucked with went to jail, and he got them out of jail.
biggest,
I
biggest
know you got
criminals
them
in
out
the
of
world.
jail. Like, oh, yeah, for real, I got you.
The biggest
Hey,
criminals in the world wear suits and ties.
and I'm telling you right now, I keep hearing Trump's going to jail, but that I don't see it, bro. I don't.
Yeah, I got faith. He going to jail. But speak real quick before we get off here. Did
Yeah,
y'all see that they had a Capitol? Another dude tried to run to the Capitol. He killed the police officer. He had a knife.
yeah. They trying to say he's part of the Nation of Islam.
I believe it.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, I believe it. 100%.
Never mind. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Same
Mm-hmm.
shit, different chapter, different
But I
book.
mean, that's all the nuts conservatives. Oh, he's tied to Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, and
They were saying that.
ah.
They were saying that's as fair kind existed. They said that's fair kind
Well,
existed.
that's the whole point. Is anything? I mean, they are like pro-nationalists. Like in the nationalist movement was in the '60s was fine. These fools, but it's still the same thing. It's they're terrorists.
You want to
But
know why? Because they associate that and the by their terms the extremist of Malcolm X. Malcolm X was by
Any
any
means necessary.
like he wasn't the more fond upon later in life out of the two between him and MLK, obviously, for their level of aggressiveness towards
Civil rights.
civil rights things. So again, by any means necessary, aggressive. They associate being aggressive in this case with terrorists. Rare Islamic like is it's the same thing, just a different decade. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
it's just that.
It's the translated version in 2021.
Yeah, you know how like really quick, I'll say to me, I see it as a comparison of like it's just like the 13th Amendment, how they always tweak it to keep it relevant.
Find a loophole in it.
First it was the freeing of slaves, but then it was like, unless
You're a criminal.
You're in prison, and then it became private prisons, which allows companies to do it, and then which companies influence the laws, which will increase all of these things. It's like just keep it
Which
relative.
which turned you into a criminal.
Yeah.
I'll
And
turn you into the
they
criminal.
create a system. They create a system to turn you into a criminal,
Yeah.
and then turn around and blame you for it. But
Yeah.
that's a whole nother story for another topic. Cue your camera went out. Yeah, this is just the modern day version of what we were going through in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been modernized. It's adapted. It's adapted to the times. It's adapted to the climate, and
Yup, and that's why them old white dudes signed that voter suppression bill in Georgia in front of that plantation painting, and got that black lady arrested for knocking on the door. They wanted to show it's like representation is a real thing. They're like, oh, for real? Y'all niggas thought we was playing?
Oklahoma. I think it was Oklahoma. Signed a bill. I forgot what it had something to do with protesters, and then obviously with Florida. But the thing about Oklahoma is that like they signed it in secrecy at like 12:30 in the morning.
Oh, I believe it.
And I'm like, you doing something you ain't got no business doing if you gotta like sign it in secrecy at 12:30 in the morning.
If you got a town at 12:30 in the morning, you doing some bullshit.
Yeah.
You're doing some bullshit.
Yeah, man. But that's my take on it, though. None of this shit surprises me. Q, do we have any? Is there anything people can do to like help the situation?
Yeah, we'll put some GoFundMe and the Venmos in here too.
Okay.
And I'll link to that Twitter thread and.
Mm-hmm. Any mutual aids out there?
Yeah, I'll link it all in the description.
If you can help, money does help.
Yeah. Shit, y'all got anything before we out these peas?
Just everybody have a happy Easter. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay activated.
Boop. It's your boy GDQ. I agree with you. Boop boop.
It's your boy Real Walter Ford.
It's your boy Mac2301. Buy some merch. Shit. Yes. Stimmy season. Stimmy season.
Stimmy season's over. Give me another one.
Stimmy season. Nah, for real, straight up. Buy some merch, man. Y'all got the money, man. So, fuck with us. Stay activated. Wear a mask. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for all the likes, all the follows, all the shares, all the comments. Some of the comments. Yeah, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, follow us on IG, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, Podbean,
wherever you get your podcast.
Your mama's 8-tracks, 8-track tape deck. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Again, it's your boy Mac2301, Activated Podcast. We out here. Stay activated.
Ooh.
Damn, that was real long, bro.